Hello everyone, let me ask you a question. Have you ever received an Excel file with hundreds of rows of messy data and been asked to create a dashboard by the end of the day? Most of us have. Today, I will show how Claude can help transform messy data into business insights within minutes. Right now, you can see Excel on my screen, right? So let's start with a typical example. Imagine I have received a sales data containing duplicate records, missing values, inconsistent dates, and spelling errors, right? So what I will do, I will now just take to the Claude screen, and this is what the command I will be giving, right? Act as a data analyst, review this data set and identify duplicate records, missing values, invalid dates, inconsistent formats, and recommend data cleansing steps and provide a cleaned version of the data. So you are seeing some of the sales data, right? And when we click on run, so it would do kind of an analysis, and this has given this kind of an output, right? So it has found 12 issues in 20 rows, right, which I have shown. Duplicate record, missing date and inconsistent date formats, missing sales amount, missing quantity, region case, inconsistency, and customer name inconsistency, right? So this all it has done, and it has given us the final output, which I'm just going to show you. So this is how it looks. Okay. So now what it has done the duplication that has been removed, right? So these are the duplicates, and dates that got standardized, all are converted into DD, MM and YY format, because you are seeing some of the rows having some or the other format, and it has converted them into a cleaned value, right? And also missing numeric values set to 0 and flagged yellow, right? So these all are the numerical values that has been flagged and marked as 0. So region that has converted the title case, customer names. So this is something it has done within seconds when we give that particular command, right? This is the command. And now when I want to look into the kind of, let me analyze this particular clean data set. Once the data set has been cleaned, now we have to identify the top performing regions, bottom performing regions, sales trends, key business insights, and summarize the findings for senior leadership. So once we give this kind of an prompt, how it actually, beautifully given this particular output. So if you look at this, there is a total revenue and average order value, top region, top product, and even the revenue by region. So each of the chart, it has decided on its own. Revenue by product, daily sales trend, region scorecard, how each of the regions are performing. So if you look at the revenue of South is really more, and then key business insights. So this is very important for the leadership to make a decision, right? So top performer is South, which is dominating the revenue, and then again the high efficiency, watch closely, needs attention, product concentration, revenue volatility. So here is also the leadership summary it has given based on the prompt, right? And obviously the South is the clear leader when you look into this particular data, and product concentration and trend volatility, everything, 3 recommended action for leadership. I think this is more than enough. But what I need is, I would also ask it like, design an executive dashboard for this particular data sets, which includes the KPI cards, trend charts, regional performance view, top 10 customers, key business risk, explain why each visualization should be included, right? So I'm even going to deep dive into that particular Excel file, and then here I got the response when I just, given this prompt, and it took within 1 minute, it has given me this kind of a beautiful interactive dashboard, right? Where it also talks about the KPI overview of total revenue, average order value, top region, SQA risk, and daily revenue trend, revenue by product. So beautifully it has given everything on actionable or insights, right? So that is something which is really helpful for us to take a decision. and it is also giving the regional performance, top customers by revenue, right? So this is very important when you want to take a decision that and on how we can approach these customers. And even the same like key business risk, right? So key business risk is what is that particular risk, right? High severity, if you are looking at it, right? 80.9% of all revenue comes from one product, and any supply disruption, price erosion, or demand shift would materially damage monthly revenue with no offsetting SKU to absorb the impact, right? So this is how it is giving me even the clarity of what are the type of medium, high, and even the low severity, and also rational for each of the design decision, right? So it is giving the KPI cards, why 4, why this 4, daily trend line, product donut, regional horizontal bar, customer table. So I can actually pick up which is something relevant for me to present this particular information or the data insights to my leadership team. Also, when you want to actually save even more time, so I have even one more option, right? I can even combine all these prompts into a single prompt, and within one prompt I can get every details of from cleansing to your executive dashboard, and also to the insights, right? So the KPIs, etc. Everything can be done in one particular prompt, and it would save you more than an hour, right? And it can be done within 5 minutes. So the more focus should be here, how to make sure that you have the prompt engineering very well versed with the prompt, right? Like how to get the maximum accurate output from Claude. That is one thing which you have to work upon, right? So this is all about how this particular data can be converted into a beautiful dashboard, and you are saving a many more time, right? So that is what actually this video is about. If you are really happy and you thought something you understood something from this video, please like and subscribe this particular channel, and thank you for now.